Sure,
But it's
right.
one at a time.
And we are live.
Oh, hello.
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 How are all of you?
Work's been crazy, but I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
I yawn.
Happy to be back in Tricorn. It has been way too long.
It has been way too long.
True.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of technical difficulties while setting everything up, and we are minus the Zorro, but we are here. If that is a mistake or a good thing is up to you guys, depending on how well, or depending on what happens tonight.
It's up to the fates.
I don't know.
We'll
You
find
guys have
out.
pissed off the fates in this one.
A few times.
True.
So you
In their
say
humble opinion.
we're oblivious to that. We don't think we have.
No, we're aware we pissed off fate.
I mean,
That's
how we've done it
technically,
in a few
that
different
Oh yeah, I
places.
has
remember
been
that now.
settled.
That was a long-
Grim-
yeah, I thought we settled that.
We settled the debt and Grim apologized. It's all good.
Totally are not going to do it again, though.
No.
Not intentionally.
Would never.
I mean, I'll never say never, but I have no current plans to do it again.
That's
Not
more
intentionally,
accurate.
like you said. Not intentionally.
Now, that might be a good get out of jail free card, too. you know?
Subconsciously.
Yeah, but it's end up in a situation we want to get out of, just piss off fate. They'll yank us out of there and yell at us.
True.
Don't do that. Oh, no. You're a scapegoat. Sorry.
I'm sure fate will totally appreciate
Don't
that.
do that. I'm going to do it even harder. Oh, but yes. So the last time we were together a couple months ago, because I think this show was hit the hardest out of all the shows due to work and hiatuses and stuff like that. So
The nature of every other week.
the nature of every other week and the nature of the middle of the week games. But we are back. The last time we were together, you guys had completed the trials and had gotten some pretty fancy new items. And you were told of a hag that had a strange obsession with flowers, a little to the southeast of what's his face? The dinosaur man.
Thunder,
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Brick, but I'm like, no, his name wasn't Brick. Thunder, just a little bit of ways away from his little camp outside the arena grounds. He just gave you like a passing information about a hag that you all decided to go investigate. You did a bit of a romp through the jungle, thankfully not coming across the stealth T-Rex at any point in time. And you got to a small cottage in the woods, surrounded by just various types of plants, though some that appeared to be singing in a strange Fey language. Most of you didn't know what to make of this, probably just magic plants. But your druid quickly identified these plants as siren succulents, a rather alarming and dangerous plant to have anywhere in the world. And as you stand near pretty much the property line, if one so existed here in the forest of this forest hut, your eyes begin to go in all directions, and you can see these very vibrant singing flowers seemingly calling out to anything and anyone who would come close. Laura, knowing what you know, what is your reaction to these flowers?
Now they are singing, and Fae, like that would be Sylvan, right?
Faye.
Fae, which is different than Sylvan.
Sylvan in my eyes is like a bastardized version of the Fae language. It's like
Okay.
this
so
side
given-
of like the realm's version of Fae.
Okay, so given Alora's background and the fact of what she did as a child, would she understand what the plants are singing?
Give me. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
That would be an 18.
An 18. It takes you a minute to clock exactly what they're saying, because what they're saying is backwards. As they are singing an old children's lullaby, but in a sort of like haunting tone in reverse.
Okay, is there anything like in this lullaby or anything that they're singing that is threatening? That do I feel threatened by what they're singing?
It's
Or
not.
well, okay. Is there a way I can roll to see what I would be feeling with listening to this song?
The song itself is oddly calming if you take time to listen to it. Given your distance from where you're at, you're not really feeling anything else. Though there's like every now and then you feel like a slight pull, as if the plants want you to come closer. Though you do
Okay.
know that these plants can be dangerous.
Okay, right.
Because these plants have the ability to lull people into a false sense of security and lull them closer.
Okay.
And then these people become infected with their spores. And that's how these plants travel. Is they will infect a host, use the host for its nutrients, and then when the host dies, a new flower bed of these succulents will spawn.
Okay, so given all of that, as I take in the situation, do I get the impression that the end meant by a lot of people who approach the hag's cottage, and that's are there enough of these flowers for that? Like, is it a field or is it like a few or
It's not really a field. These flowers,
a border?
it's a bit strange. Like, because you do know that like usually these succulents only grow in small clumps around the body that they had infected.
Okay, yeah.
So
makes reasonable.
these ones seem to have been almost transplanted to just like various points on the property. Not too much in a clump, but spread out just enough to where it's almost as if they're providing some sort of natural protection for the cottage.
Okay. So from where we are, is there a path up to the cottage entrance, or is it a matter of wading
There's-
through the plants? Is there a way
There
to
is a path. The path itself seems to be devoid of any flowers or in especially these succulents. Though
Okay,
you
and-
see on either side, if you were to derive from this path, you would be wading into a couple of them.
Alrighty. And how tall are they?
They're not very tall. They look to be rosebush size.
Oh, that's well. I mean, I'm pretty short. So in terms of where they come up to on me,
How tall is
I
Alora?
am. Just checking here. Um, 3'6", so 42 inches.
3'6".
Little under 4 feet.
You if you were to have a poor lapse in judgment and get close to one of these, they're almost pushing about 2.5 feet.
Okay. And then how wide is the path up to the cottage?
The pathway is a very gracious width, almost as if it was designed to provide a safe traveling road for like something like a carriage.
Ew. Okay. All right. And okay. I will share absolutely all of that information with the group. Everything. So basically, I'm just kind of, holding out my little arms and holding everybody back and saying, just a minute. I want you to know all of this stuff that I know about the plan. The song, the poll, everything. So I'm sharing all of that. Quietly, though. I mean, I'm not, I don't have my megaphone. I'm sharing it quietly so that the group can hear. But, that's it.
So we should be okay then if we just plug our ears and calmly walk up the path.
The only fear I have is that it seems too easy. In a way. I mean, there is a temptation for some people, I suppose, to pick the flowers or to want to wade in the flowers or something, for sure. I think we want to be careful we don't get too close. Do I see any carriage tracks on the path?
You see, through the ground, you do see worn indentation of carriage wheels. Give me a
Okay.
survival roll.
Sec- Oh, look at that. That would be 19.
Given the condition that these marks are in, you have a feeling that a carriage may have passed either along this road, either going to or coming from the cottage within the past week or two.
Okay. All right. So I'll again add that additional information. And what I will say, I think you could be right, Sharon. But I don't have any kind of detect magic to know if there's something unusual about the path itself. I would need help.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that either. But I don't know if a carriage came through here like a week ago or whatever, and we don't see a wreckage of a carriage somewhere. I think we should probably be okay, right? Just make sure you keep your ears plugged.
I'd rather not take a life, planned or otherwise, if it is not its time to exit this world.
Just be careful. For sure, keep your ears plugged because I find this song very soothing, calming, in a, kind of drawing me in sort of way, and I wouldn't just want to suddenly feel that I need to run into the plant, and I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want that to happen.
Very well.
You're muted, Gillitan.
I think it's better to run through this as fast as we can, or take it slowly. Like, should we try to minimize the amount of time we're near these flowers?
It wouldn't hurt, but again,
And how
either-
big of a range do they have? Should we just go over them?
well, if somebody wants to fly over them, that wouldn't be a bad way to start. The other possibility too, if somebody's got some rope, we could leave a rope trail on the path. Somebody could fly over, and then if you're going on the path, you make sure that you're holding onto the rope so that just don't get lured into the plant. But that could be tricky because you want to have ears plugged. But
Laura,
perhaps there's not.
Laura, you know from like where you all are standing at the moment, the path itself should be safe. As long as nobody strays off of the path, you shouldn't have any danger of falling under the flower's song. Like while there may be a faint tug and maybe just a very inkling of curiosity that may pop into somebody's mind, there's nothing that will be overwhelmingly compelling to.
Oh, okay.
put
Oh,
oneself
okay.
in
I
danger.
was, because when you were talking about proximity, I was thinking, okay, as we go through them, it could just get worse and worse and worse. But okay.
Oh yeah,
So,
if you stick to the path which is clear, perfectly fine. If you decide to go romp in the flowers, you're gonna have a bad time.
Okay. Well, let's not look like we're rushing the cottage in case the occupant is looking out the window, but let's not dawdle.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Stick close together just in case anyone starts to stray. We're all kind of within arm's reach of each other.
Sounds good.
Alora, since you know the most about these plants, do you want to take point?
Okay.
And we will follow.
So Laura straightens her shoulders and holds her staff out and takes a deep breath, and then puts her hands up over her ears, which makes it a little awkward with the staff, but she's doing that, and she's trundling down the path towards
Alright.
the cottage.
So can I get a marching order? It's gonna be Alora leading the way. Who's coming up afterwards?
Probably Grim.
Okay.
And then Sharon, I think.
I'm usually near the back.
Okay.
So I'll go after Sharon and let our row take up the rear, so they can escape fast.
Okay. Sorry, I was just setting everybody up. So as you're going along this path, every now and then you see what appears to be just a very vibrant rose sort of like pop up out of the flowers and like almost look around before like slowly receding back into the bushes. Though whatever this creature may be, it doesn't bother to do anything else except for peek out for a second, take note of the situation, and then just go back into hiding.
Do these roses have eyeballs? Like,
Not
is there an eye in the center or something creepy
There-
about them? Or
doesn't seem to be an eye or anything. Though with the way that it's able to come through the bush and look and retract, it definitely has some sort of body attached to it. There isn't
But
any,
not discernible.
yeah, there isn't, yeah, it's not really discernible, but there isn't like a vine or anything. It's not like doing any like serpentine motions or anything. It's very in and out.
Okay, so because I already have, my hands over my ears and I'm holding my staff, I don't think I can do anything about pointing the roses out to the group. So, onward.
Okay. And you walk for probably about another 15 minutes down this dirt road.
That's a long path.
Mm-hmm. And you finally get to probably not what you expect would be a home to a hag. The cottage itself is made of stone. Very well put together roof. And it's covered by a large tree. The house itself seems to be built into like an alcove that has been formed around the lower roots. If you didn't know any better, this probably could just be the dwelling of a druid or some sort of some sort of forest denizen. But you see all these siren succulents seemingly in a more of a close proximity to one another, maybe 5 to 10 feet apart and spread out across the property itself, though still maintaining distance away from the path, save for 2 that are positioned on either side of the front door. Off to the left-hand side is a very large bulbous-like plant that seems to be swaying with the music. Alora, you know this as pretty much the queen plant of the siren succulents, one that has matured in this area and that has pretty much sprouted from a long deceased infected body.
That's on the left side of the door,
Mm-hmm. These ones
but not,
are
not on the path.
not on the path. These ones are
So
a little
it's
more
like there's
dangerous.
sentinels, and then the queen is just off beside
Mhm.
that.
This one is a little more dangerous as it can move.
Oh,
And seemingly rummaging about the quasi garden itself are multiple corpses in various states of decay that are wandering around the fields tending to these succulents, all of them having these very large vibrant roses sprouting from like the top half of their heads.
sort of like rose crowns then.
No, it's more like a rose half helm, to where it covers like from like the bridge of the nose up in just a large rose bush, almost as if like the top part of the head cavity has been removed and replaced with a rose.
Okay.
It still you could still see like the formation of a jaw and a mouth and teeth underneath it, but it seems that the bridge of the nose and the eyes have been removed, along with like the skull cap.
That's not the least bit.
All of these individuals you do know are pretty much in the final stages of infection. Soon they will die, and they will then begin to act as a flower bed for a new generation of succulents.
So, does anyone have like mage hand or something that we can use to just knock on the door?
I mean,
I do. I can use the mage hand.
Just so we don't have to get close to the plants?
The sentinel plants, how far apart on the door? That's
There's probably about a 10-foot space between each of them.
so we still would have room to go up to the door, theoretically.
You have room to go up to the door, but you feel that if you were to try to knock on the door, excuse me, you're definitely in the risk path for both of these flowers.
Okay, all right. I like the mage hand idea a lot then.
But I can knock on the door. Do these things react to visible things when they're like this? And she kind of points at all the bodies. Because I can make my mage hand invisible if we need to.
I think just a normal mage hand would be okay. We're trying to, not make it look like we're being sneaky around here, right?
No, I just also don't want to set it off. That's fine. And I'll cast mage hand and knock on the door with it.
Okay. Your mage hand flies over and raps a couple times on the door.
Yes, Raven, mage paw.
Door opens up and out walks a very obvious looking hag. Well along in her years, her eyes a deep glowing crimson. Her matted white hair done up in what looks to be a very hastily put up bun. And she's wearing a robe that is decorated with various flowers in different states of bloom and decay. And around each of her hands, you can see a small coiling of vine that goes up to the wrist and around her palms and then spirals out into miniature vines that wrap around each finger. She carries no staff on her, though. And she walks out with a hunched back and seemingly looks at all of you, taking account for how many visitors that she has. And she gives a very unnerving, wide smile, mouth extending way beyond what should be humanly possible, exposing just rows of sharp teeth. You're early. And you lack cargo.
I'm surprised to hear that you were expecting us.
Or perhaps someone else, since we don't have cargo. We're not a delivery type visit.
She kind of like tilts her head and opens her eyes a little bit wider and then narrows them. And now that you mention it, you don't look familiar. Thought Ramses may be sending newbies to make his deliveries.
Oh, no, sorry. We were sent your way by a fellow named Snorglin.
Snorglin. Goblin?
Goblin-esque?
You say why?
Oh, yes, sorry. We were searching for something quite rare, possibly not even real. A plant, a fruit of some kind. And Snorglin didn't know anything about it, but he said you might, and sent us your way to inquire.
I know of many plants. I know of many fruits. Gonna have to be a little more specific there.
This particular fruit, as far as my understanding goes, separates the soul from the body.
I know of it.
I'm seeking one.
Well, you've caught me in an opportune time then, dear.
Oh, wonderful.
You see, I am in desperate need of more fertilizer, and well, the deliveries have been growing more and more scarce. Wasn't expecting another one till a week from now, but the last one we got was only about 4 or 5 parcels when I ordered at least 10. It's very hard to maintain, as she like motions out a very beautiful garden like this without fertilizer.
I can imagine.
She like walks by the flowers like at her door, and she just like trails a hand over them, and they almost like seemingly move to like move towards her hands, and then like kind of like how a cat will like lean its head into your hand just to embrace her as she walks by, almost seemingly unaffected by the song of these flowers. Maybe we can make a trade. You do something for me, I'll give you the location of the plant. Well, the fruit.
That seems reasonable.
I do enjoy when people are reasonable. I need you to acquire more fertilizer. There are 5 of you. Say 1 parcel apiece should be a fair trade.
Yeah, I mean, I'd certainly be willing to do that. I mean, this is something that I've been seeking for a while, so I can't speak for everybody, of course. I don't want to just assume everyone's going to help me out with this personal thing, but help would be appreciated.
Out of character, she's not doing air quotes every time she says fertilizer, is she?
No, she is
Okay.
very nonchalantly saying fertilizer.
So Alora, always being too inquisitive, kind of cocks her head. And so I do have some familiarity with plants, and I know that they like different things to help them grow. What specific kind of fertilizer is it that?
You cut out there at the last part.
Oh, what specific kind of fertilizer is it that you're seeking?
Oh, it's in abundance everywhere you look. It's honestly surprising that the man that I hired can't bring more of it to me. But and then she walks over to like one of like these decrepit rose corpses, and she sort of just like trails a hand along its jawline. But I find that the best fertilizer is that of the young variety. Mid-20s, just in their peak. Seems to give birth to the more stronger flowers that I'm searching for.
Oh, that's a interesting way to describe it in terms of age and things. So um, this fertilizer, and she kind of points over to one of the corpses with the roses. Um, when you get these deliveries, are what state are the fertilizers in?
As healthy and well maintained as possible. Granted, they put up a little bit of fight once they're loaded off the wagon, but once my beauty starts singing to them, everything calms down.
Uh, okay. Um. mm, all right.
Like I
Can we have
said,
a little bit of time to kind of think about this?
of course. I, though, suggest that you stay away from the flowers unless you wish to become fertilizer yourself.
Yes, yes. The song's somewhat familiar to me. It is very soothing though. And you know, poem is very attractive. Um, so we if is there a time frame for this?
As soon as possible.
Okay.
They only were able to deliver 3 to me in the last week, and that is not going to do.
See. Are you expanding your garden or just maintaining it?
Oh, this is my personal garden. I'm a bit of a amateur florist and sell my goods to those who are looking for them.
So sell goods. So which flowers do you have for sale? These or other plants or
As
uh
she kind of like,
and
as she
Laura's
points
fumbling a bit.
over,
She's trying to
she
not be
points over
awkward, but
to one of like these plant zombies that she's calling fertilizer. I sell
uh-huh.
these, and then you plant them, and you get these beauties.
Who do you sell them to?
You can see that Grimm's fists are balled very tight right now.
Oh, they my clientele is a very discerning lot, and ask not to be named. You know, privacy reasons and all.
Um so not to pry or anything, especially into your personal commerce and enterprise or anything, but like how far afield would these excuse the pun, how far afield would these buyers be? Or are they sort of in the neighborhood, or do you have to transport them a distance? Or
So here's the fertilizer.
okay.
And you've got the flowers.
Mm, yep.
And the big one. And the hag. Well, my buyers are from all over, all walks of life. I don't discriminate on who I sell to.
Okay.
I'll tell you what,
Laura,
you bring me 6 parcels of fertilizer, I'd be willing to separate with one of these. You can start your own garden.
I'm sorry, Raven's cracking me up here in chat. This is a lot to think about. I'm certainly not, as you can see, a leader of the group. We need to a little time to kind of discuss this. So, we'll be on our way for now, and
Oh,
we'll let you know if
no.
that's all right.
You see, we're either in business or we're not. I can't
Oh,
have people just wandering up here and asking questions. Now, you seem to be all of a discernible lots. That's why, and your friend here is looking for a very valuable fruit. I'm willing to trade that information.
And I'm sorry, did you say you had the fruit or you knew the location of the fruit?
I know of the location. I have no need of the fruit, so I don't pick it. That would be a waste.
I don't want to make any assumptions, but how do I know you're telling the truth about the fruit? Because as far as I knew, it may have just been like an imaginary thing, not real. I hope it's real. I hope you're telling the truth to us, and I really, really want to get one. But how do I know you're telling the truth?
I guess you would just have to trust me on that one. One business person to another. There's not really anything that I could show you specifically here to prove that the fruit is real, though such a fruit does exist on this island.
Just for the hell of it, can I do an insight check?
You sure can.
Dirty 20?
You can't really glean any sort of misrepresentation of the truth, but at the same time, you can't completely tell if what she's saying is true. It's almost as if something is swaying your instinct at this moment.
Just so we can know all of our options, is there any other services we could do it instead? In case as a group we decide we don't want to take the first one.
Look,
Just want to have all the cards on the table.
I'm willing to part with information in exchange for fertilizer. That fertilizer can be you, or you can bring me some. But at the moment, I am your best bet at locating this fruit.
How fresh do you need that fertilizer?
As I said, in their peak,
Hmm.
young and healthy.
How alive do you need it?
That sounds very
They
alive
need
me,
to be
Brett.
alive and unharmed.
Yeah. Grim's not gonna add anything, but you do see again his fists are balled so tight there's a little bit of blood coming from, the corner of his fist. And his beard, which, normally is nice and well kept, right now looks like a very angry thorn bush.
We do have a bit of a dilemma in that we don't have like a cart to transport that much fertilizer in. Also, I don't know if we know like 6 alive people.
You can literally visit any town and find 6 alive people.
Oh, we're not from here, so I don't even know if there's a nearby town.
She kind of like looks at you for a moment. Look, if you're looking for the closest town, it's about 6 miles that way. A small village. Should be able to find people there. I'm not picky as long as they're healthy and alive.
6 miles that way, okay. Well, I suppose, we should be on our way then if we're gonna go find some people to scoop up.
Yes, it's probably for the best to be on our way.
So we are in agreement. And as she says that, her voice carries like a soft echo.
Um, is there like a charm effect being currently applied?
It's not a charm. She's not trying to sort of like invoke her will against you or anything, though there's definitely some sort of magic in the air.
Ah, she's trying to set up a contract. Got it.
I just think, you're asking for living people to be handed over to you. I think that's worth more than just the location of the fruit. I think that's, a fair trade would be the actual fruit.
Give me a persuasion roll.
I will attempt that. I'm a sorcerer. I have good charisma. I have okay charisma. 18?
She like gives like a curt half nod. Those terms can be arranged. If you're willing to make a deal. You bring me my fertilizer, I will provide you with the fruits.
And that's, assuming I recall the terms correctly, that is either 5 loads of fertilizer for the fruit or 6 loads of fertilizer for the fruit and one of the plants.
That is correct. Well, not the plants, but one of the buds.
Right. And the fertilizer just has to be healthy and alive in its assumed prime.
Humanoid, yes. I can't accept magical creations,
Right.
like automatons, dolls.
Gotta be like actual people, like flesh
actual
and blood.
100% flesh and blood born on this realm people. The last deal I made was with a village deputy who brought a couple parcels of fertilizer from their local jail.
See, that's kind of where my mind was going too. Like maybe, we find a jail somewhere with people that are like in there for life type of thing. And hey, we'll take a few of those off your hands.
I mean, if this deputy isn't keeping his end of the contract, we could just turn him in too.
Oh no, he
Yeah.
has most definitely fulfilled his end of the contract, and he was well rewarded.
Ah. Okay.
These could even be bandits. You may raid a bandit camp and bring them to me, as long as they're healthy.
Is there a time limit that we have?
I would like it within the week. I'm sort of on a time crunch here. I've only got I've got 3 down in the cellar. And I really need at least 8 in order to produce the next batch.
I can't speak for my companions, but the options of, either bringing you fertilizer and getting what we're after, or being the fertilizer, I think I'd rather go with bringing you the fertilizer. But also, the fruit is just what I want. So I'm willing to put in the work for that. But what about my friends? They don't need the fruit for anything. So perhaps, they can bargain on their behalf for incentives.
You're changing the body of the deal here. You
Oh,
wanted,
of course, absolutely.
the only thing that anybody ever said was you were searching for this fruit.
Yes, you're right. But we haven't agreed to anything yet. So until an
And
agreement is made,
the price for the fruit is the 5 parcels. 6 if you're feeling generous. If anybody else wishes to make a deal, I can tack on to the order. I could always use more fertilizer.
that is entirely up to my companions.
I think I'm okay. I don't really feel the need to increase the number of fertilizers that we need to bring. I feel like our goal is already set high enough.
Her ears perk up as... Does anybody have a passive perception under a 10?
No.
Not on this character.
Perception.
So those of you who have a passive perception that is at least 10 or higher, you hear like the muffled cries of somebody inside the house calling for help. She sort of rolls her eyes and she's like, I will give you time to talk this over. Please do not leave the property. I'll be right back. And she starts quickly walking back into the house. And as you can see, as she's walking into the house, you see that she pulls out just like a handful of this very bright, like yellow pollen.
Yeah, she is terrifying.
From the roses or the other plants?
No, she reaches into a pocket on like her
Oh, a
belt.
pocket.
And she just pulls out just like this giant
I see what
handful
you're saying.
of just this very vibrant yellow pollen.
When she goes back inside, does she close the door behind her or does she leave it open?
You see that like she slams the door behind her and like it catches, but it doesn't. It's like the force hits the frame too hard, so it's not completely shut.
Okay, so as soon as it closes, somewhat closes, I'll turn to our group and say quietly, now's our chance. Do we just get the hell out of here, or what do we do?
I'm okay with leaving. Yeah, maybe we can use the book to make her forget completely about us.
I mean, we never gave her our names or anything, right? So she shouldn't really be able to find us, should she?
And then
We never agreed to anything.
you hear like a very deep and raspy "Go to sleep" just echo from from inside.
I don't think we have time to
As-
ask. Let's just.
It becomes very apparent to you that there are probably non-infective captives inside the house.
I feel bad for them, but I don't really feel like going in there to get them.
There's murder at the beard's eyes.
We can't fight the plants and her at the same time.
Do you think any of those plants are inside the house?
I think that pollen she pulled out of her pocket is from the plants, and she just blew it on us, and we become infected ourselves.
So are
I think
we running, or are we saving them, or are we making a deal?
I'm ready to go.
No
We can
deal.
leave.
Run or kill.
Oh, let's go.
We can leave now.
Much
We always have the
faster
option
than
of
we
coming
came.
back if we know how to deal with these plants. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's go.
consensus seems like we're leaving. Let's get the hell out of here before she comes out.
I need a group stealth check
Yes.
at disadvantage.
Disadvantage taking away all my nat 20s.
Again?
Again?
I forgot that I was a stealthy priest somehow.
Aren't you in heavy armor?
Let me tell you, actually. Let's see here.
I mean, we're at disadvantage anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll roll double disadvantage.
No, I'm just
Don't
saying
tempt
that
me.
he says he's a stealthy individual and he wears heavy armor.
I have +8 to my stealth, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
It's very well oiled.
Nobody said I built the character right, okay?
He's got like enchanted WD-40 just sprayed all over that armor.
Pretty much. Let me see, actually. No, I'm a studded leather armor, funny enough.
All right.
I'm not in...
So jumping around the table here, Charon.
18.
18, nice. Snow.
22.
22.
Those level and rogues coming in handy.
Callie.
21.
Nice. Alora.
Tiny little druid that should be very quiet rolled a 5.
And Grim.
I rolled 2 17s for a grand total of 25.
Okay. You quietly begin to walk down this pathway. And like every step that you take, you feel a swelling of anxiety, maybe guilt, starting to well up inside of you. But you push forward to pretty much where the pathway goes from this very vibrant grass into just dirt. And you stand there and you stare at this road. If I can get charisma saving throws from everyone.
Is this a
Grim.
charm effect?
Grim, this is a charm effect.
Okie dokie.
Oh my gosh.
That's what you always want to hear. Oh my god. All right. These are individual checks. So, Charon.
Not great considering I have a +8. That'll be a total of 15.
Okay. Snow.
No, thank you.
Is that another one?
Yes.
Callie.
Dirty 20.
Alora.
I can beat her 1 because I rolled a 2 and I have a -2 charisma.
And Grim.
Praised be upon the reroll, because that would have been a nat 3, but we rolled higher, and yeah, that's a 15.
Now, just a second here. I wonder if I have a trait. Okay. If I roll a 1, I could re-roll, but I didn't roll because I have lucky. Okay, so would that count though? Because I rolled basically a 0.
Nope, because it
Yeah,
has to be a nat
wouldn't.
1.
On the
Lucky
dice.
wouldn't.
It has to be a nat 1.
Nat 1.
Yeah. So
I didn't bother to add my modifier because it was a natural 1 on the die.
everybody goes to take that step. And the only one that seemingly does is Callie. And Callie, as you take that step over, unbothered at what you had witnessed before and like the fate of those who may be inside the cabin, you turn and you see the almost guilt-stricken look on your companions' faces. As the rest of you seemingly feel an overwhelming sense of compassion and humanity for the lives of others at this moment.
I don't think we can leave them.
I have an
I feel really bad.
I have a response to this the moment I see that guilt look. I'm going to turn around, look at Grim, and slap him right across the face as get his brain together.
Okay. What should I roll here, Rojan?
Callie, give me a persuasion roll.
That works.
We're going to say it's a DC 16.
I think you're muted because you're awfully quiet.
Nope, we're good. Sorry. That is persuasion 17.
You wind back knowing that Grim's got that big bushy beard on his face, like protecting him, and you just full on like open palm, like bridge of the hand, just slap him right across the face. And it has enough force to like just physically just like whip your head to the side, Grim. But as it does, you are just like smacked right back into reality.
We are angry dwarf right now.
The others are looking a little overly guilty. If you could give me a hand here.
At this point, Allura actually starts crying. She's so
We're gonna grin. We're gonna open the coffin, and I'd like to just chuck people into the coffin. Guys, remember it does lead to this pocket dimension mausoleum now.
It does. Okay.
I'm not against this idea.
Nor am I. So what this is going to be is, Grim, you are going to make contested strength rolls against the companions that are currently enthralled by guilt.
Can I assist with this?
Oh,
Yeah,
gonna
you can.
yeah.
You most definitely can. So, Grim, you
I'm
can,
gonna
Grim,
brawn boost.
Grim, you can roll with advantage. And
I have grappler and brawn boost. Let's go.
that doesn't tell me anything.
It means I have advantage already.
And then the rest of you
And
are
it
going to
is-
make strength rolls. And these are going to be strength contest rolls between you and Grim.
Okay.
I thought Gilly paused there for a moment.
No, I was just. I'm not trusting this dice anymore. It's.
Okay.
Oh no, it rolled a 1. It might roll better this time.
Would you like to random roll who the first person I do this against? So I don't.
Oh no, I'm
specifically
I'm
kind of
I'm
do
going
that
around
roll?
in order here, so it's going to start with Sharon.
Okay.
Well, I rolled 4 for a total of 3.
So that's a 12 plus a 1 on the d6 plus 3 on the stats for a 16.
So Sharon, you just get chucked into this coffin. Snow.
17.
Oh, you might actually. I might not catch. Oh, no, not Kraken plus a 4.
Good.
Plus
Catch the cat.
So
You
that's
just
a 4,
you
5, 7.
you
27.
grab, like, she's like trying to fight you. You just grab her by the scruff of the neck and just throw her into the coffin, like, you know, you're just trying to get the damn cat inside before you have to go to bed.
Cat needs to go
And-
into crate before it goes to the vet.
Then Alora.
Okay, Alora's sort of winding up for a temper tantrum because she really doesn't want these people and sad, and crying, and she rolls a 14.
And what does Grim roll?
Well, the first dice is a 19. Plus 5, plus 3. So 27?
You just pick up the little halfling and chuck her on inside, shut the door of the coffin, heft it up, and the two of you are able to continue down this pathway undisturbed.
How
So-
long can we leave them in there, Grim?
Oh, the mausoleum is consecrated ground. They're safe there.
There's something about bags of holding and like,
Nope, it's
no
not a bag
air,
of holding. It's a pocket dimension. They'll
Oh.
fine. They'll be fine.
so they can breathe.
Yes.
So
Nothing
you
else in the mausoleum, right?
It's consecrated ground. Nothing
Okay.
undead can live there. I was going to use it for
you-
zombie storage, and Rojan went no.
As you successfully navigate this to get away before she can get out, you literally had one round left before she came back.
Thank fuck.
As you two, I'm assuming you're hauling it down the pathway, you're not just calmly walking.
No.
Okay. You hear a very frustrated screech coming from this hag as she exits out and finds all of you gone.
Mm-hmm.
And as she screeches, you can hear the flowers along the road screech as well. But you're able to run down this pathway. Are you just continuing to follow it, or is there any direction you're heading?
Furthest away from this place as we can right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so just following the path.
If it's leading us away from this place,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
Until we were definitely far enough that, there is no risks here.
Okay. You travel probably about a good mile before you begin to see no sign of these singing flowers anymore. And as you exit like the danger zone of these flowers, you come to a fork in the road. One seemingly leading back towards the arena and your friend's volcano hideout. And another pathway that seems to lead into a less cluttered version of the forest. The pathway that way seems to be very open, not open, but very well used. As you could see deep indentations of tire tracks and of recent foot traffic. And you do remember that the hag did mention that there was a nearby town.
And I think that's where we need to be.
Yes, hopefully we can find a lot of people with pitchforks and torches to burn that field to the ground.
Yes.
Only you can ignite forest fires.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will repost that joke.
Did you make
The one that
did you
completely
make a
broke my
Smokey the Bear
concentration.
joke?
Oh, I freaking did. Just don't mind me.
You need to post it in chat.
I will.
About halfway there, I would like to open the coffin and poke my head in and just see what state the people are in here.
So, with that, The three of you, as you were unable to be snapped out in time and initially failed your saves, you currently have a minor curse applied to you, as any charisma-based skill checks or rolls, as well as any, how to put this, because it's not technically exhaustion, though you have almost a guilty conscience that seems to just sit with you. So it begins to drain on any of like your charisma based abilities, your saving throws, anything like that. At the start of every day after a long rest, you may make a wisdom saving throw. If you pass, the guilt subsides. But if you fail, it will grow worse. As to how they look, Grim, they look to be somewhat in their senses, though you do still see the like guilt-stricken look on their faces, and Alora is probably still crying or sniffling at this point.
We'll pop our head back out, look at Kali and go, they seem to still be affected.
And they rest in there?
It's not a very comfortable mausoleum. It's very cramped with the three of them inside of it.
I didn't ask if they'd be comfortable. I just asked if they could rest.
Grim will basically answer exactly that. He's gonna shrug and go, not comfortably, but nobody ever died in a mausoleum.
Are you sure?
It's usually the dead that go there, not the living, but yes.
Technically true. I'm not sure I agree with it, though.
But what about Romeo and Juliet?
You do get the sense that even though they are guilt-stricken, you don't think they'll like immediately just start rushing back to the hag. They just look like they feel bad that you all left.
Yeah, if
So
we get
we'll-
worse, we can put them back in the coffin.
True. We'll pop our head back in and go, well, have we gotten our senses back together?
No.
We didn't have senses?
You're all acting like a pile of blubbering children.
This is horrible.
I mean, we did just kind of leave those people to die. Also, I really wanted to find out if Agvrin could eat a hag.
You know, Sean, since we know the fruit is real, maybe we can find other ways to get it.
That is true.
But those
You know-
poor people don't have the chance to do what they want to do. They're stuck in that house. They're going to become fertilizer.
They might, but there's no way we can deal with that hag in the middle of her garden. We have to pick one or the other to deal with. Can't deal with both at the same time.
Did anybody have a cookie? Baby cookie?
Think about it.
Grim will kind of rummage through his beard and pull out a whole fucking baking soda cookie, like cracker type thing, and give it to.
There's a bag of holding underneath the beard.
No, it's just a massive beard. It holds random items.
A beard of holding.
Exactly.
Thank you.
It's like the coat of many pockets.
Oh hell.
The
It
beard
is
of many
horrible.
flavors.
Yeah, and she's got another truck cart thing coming with more more fertilizer is horrible.
Yeah, I mean, unless we do something about it, more and more people are going to be sent to her.
We can deal with it, just we need you all in a better state. This is embarrassing.
So, what if those were really nice people? What if they could have helped us? What if they?
What if they were people we knew?
That.
We should go back.
I mean, I don't think we should rush back, but I think there's definitely ways to take care of this. And she's probably sitting there like she now has that silver inlaid book, and she's just like tapping on it very contemplatively, like we could do stuff that hinders her plans or helps them escape without actually going back.
We could totally just Death Note her, guys.
Yes. The book
Or
worked on Basketball, and we made
aggressive
it happen.
amounts of fire.
I can do that. You want fire?
Yeah,
I got
just-
fire.
I can do that right now.
Right now.
But those people might not be alive later.
What if we burn the house down and they all die anyway?
They're probably already dead.
No,
There's
don't
an
say that.
entire thing worth of pollen in her
no,
hand.
no, I can't think about that. That's too horrible.
But there's a
No,
chance
no.
to still save them. What if we can get them out and someone can cure the pollen? We don't know if there's no cure.
I never said there wasn't a cure, but I mean, she was talking incubation of days and hauling infected people, assuming we don't get infected, to a town that may or may not have a cure. No.
Maybe and Grim does some healing. Maybe he can heal them.
I mean, I can cure them as well. I'm not sure you'll enjoy it, though.
I feel bad that we get to run away and carry on with our lives, and they're stuck in that house forever. And then they're really stuck in that garden forever.
They do kind of pretty plants though, but still, it horrible.
I mean, that makes us really bad people, guys.
I'm not sure that's what makes us bad people.
Everything else we've done has been justified. This one doesn't feel justified.
Do you like living?
I do, yes.
Okay, then it's justified. We can
But
solve
so
the
do those
problem
people.
afterwards.
I
They
like living. I don't like running away.
sometimes
then
you have to do
that
both.
whole town that she's getting people from all the time.
And apparently the deputy is doing it. I think we should poke the deputy with something sharp.
Yes, in that direction. That way.
You promise I can poke the deputy with something sharp?
Questions first, and then we'll worry about that. But yes. There will be no... I don't believe I'm saying this. There'll be no killing without asking questions first.
I mean, we can put the deputy in the coffin and then have a talk with him.
Look, there will be no outright murder. Says the murder hobos.
Accidental murders. However.
The rogue is
Says the
really
group
having a moral moment here.
Nothing stops us from taking a couple of extremities in the process, as long as they don't die.
The group that usually stabs first and asks questions later. It still doesn't... I don't know.
The biscuit didn't help either. This is horrible.
I do have a
we're
question.
Going that way.
Are you having this conversation as you're walking along the road, or are you stopped?
Well, I'm
going
carrying
to-
the coffin while they're talking.
Oh, we're out of... Yeah.
Okay,
I've
so
just popped my head in and popped it back out and
don't
kept
feel like
carrying the
we're-
coffin while they're all talking.
Moving super fast if we are walking, because Snow would be stopping every few seconds to look back every time she complains about them still being back there.
Well,
Wait.
I mean,
Well,
Are you
did-
guys
did-
not still in the
Did
coffin?
Grim actually take us out of the coffin?
I did not
Let us
take.
out
I-
of the coffin?
No,
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 I popped
you
my head
guys-
in and out.
You guys can leave under your own fruition if you want.
Provided the door's unlocked.
Grim opened it up, asked how you all were. I didn't know if you guys left the coffin at that point in time.
No, I assume we're having the conversations going on in the coffin while Grim's walking.
Okay.
So you guys look like you're talking to a coffin. Got it.
I'm the horse, basically.
Not crazy looking.
That's the assumption I was making as well.
Okay.
Sorry, that was my bad.
Yeah, because I think if you let Alora out, she would
So-
just sit down on the ground and refuse to move.
And
Or try to
Grim,
go back.
With you then.
Like, it
Grim
wouldn't be-
and Callie, you guys were heading down the pathway towards the town.
Yes.
Okay. So, before we continue on, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here so we can get up, freshen our drinks and all that fun stuff. But stick with us. We will be right back.
I also have to.
regardless.
And
assume that would be start of the day. Hi.
We
Okay.
are back.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello again.
Ready back to here's wine some more?
I mean, look, you're the ones who got the curse of whining, not me.
No, that's fair.
And she
I
got
would
some
like whining
crackers
to
with
be
that
spelled
wine.
differently, please.
Now that's a different curse. Some people may think that that curse of wine is a blessing.
I know what the
Basically, someone who
cure
worships some beer.
for that curse is, and I already administered 1 dose to Grim.
5 hands across the face.
Yep.
But yeah, so as the conversation is going on inside of this inside of Grim's coffin, Grim, as you're continuing down the road, you begin to hear the sound of a fairly sized town in the midst of its daily routine, though it takes you aback a bit as you notice, as you get to where these large, like just like this long row of these massive trees begin to straddle either side of the road. You notice that there is a small walkway that goes up into a not really tree top village, but a village in the trees.
Okay. I think at this point, before heading to town, we are going to get everybody out of the coffin. And, we'll open the door, pop our head, and say, "Everybody out!"
Great, now we're being evicted.
This can't get any worse. I mean, we were cozy in here.
You can come back whenever you want. But right now, we're in town. Let's go.
So you're gonna have to force us around more people? What if we choose to let all them die?
Don't tempt me.
Does anybody have a handkerchief? And she looks at Grim.
Tell you what, how about we go to the inn and get you a warm meal? It'll be better than a cracker or a cookie.
I did free, but Betty would. With my staff.
She's looking for a hanky. Not
Oh,
cookie.
I heard cookie, my bad. You'll rummage through his beard and pull out a handkerchief. Keep it.
Thank you.
How do we get out of this thing? You just like turn it upside down and shake?
You just walk out.
You walk out the door, literally.
Magic.
God, that is loud.
I hope the gravity in there is not relative to the direction the coffin's facing.
It
That
is
could be
not.
unfortunate.
It is not.
That would be funny.
It's in a pocket dimension. I'm not putting you guys in there and shaking it like it's some snow globe.
I seem to recall Kyo doing that to someone once.
Yeah,
Right.
multiple times.
So, is this the town that the hag told us about?
Was that to me or the group?
Literally anyone that wants to answer.
I've been hogging the spotlight this whole time. Somebody else take over.
If you're asking the DM, this is probably the town that she was talking about.
Maybe we can at least, find some information around town about her or the people that she took, and we can use that to help them.
I wonder if the townspeople even know that their person is delivering people to her.
Well, at the very least, the sheriff will know.
The sheriff will know who the deputy is too.
But maybe the sheriff is in on it too.
Yeah, exactly. So we press him for information that'll help us save those people.
I like that idea. I'm just also kind of worried that he might choose to turn us in since we ran away from her.
We don't give him that option.
Okay.
Raven, you're very expressive, but you're muted.
I think all of these things are things that could happen after we have a good rest at an inn, though.
It is probably a smart idea to get some rooms.
You know, it's not a good idea to do that kind of thing on an empty stomach and have a good rest first.
It's true. We haven't really had a meal since before the arena.
It's a good point. You haven't.
We haven't had a real sleep since before the arena, too.
Also that.
Did we deserve to eat when we abandoned all those people?
If you don't eat, I can stab you.
Month since we've had sleep.
We can't really help them on an empty stomach, though. We need our energy if we're going to save them.
So we do need our strength. Okay, let's eat.
Food always helps.
What it is then? But
So, how do we find an inn? I've lived on a ship my whole life. I don't know how this works.
well, usually you walk down the street and look for a building that has a panel on the side that says inn. Then you
Got
go
it.
in the inn, pun intended, and order something to eat or drink. And a
Got
room if you're keen on staying there.
Sometimes there's a little placard that hangs out front as well.
Or you just ask people nicely.
See.
And it's like you're standing,
Usually.
as you're standing there and you're like looking up to the pathway up into this treetop village, a rather large gentleman like just like brushes by you and he's like, "Out of the way, meat sacks."
I'm sorry, what did you call me?
And as he passes you, it's just like this very large, wide lizard person. And he just like looks over at you, and his eye kind of just like turns and focuses down on everyone. He's like, "You heard me."
Maybe you should watch where you're going, scale mites.
Kind of stops for a moment, turns around, and like slowly just like hunches and like walks back over to you and gets down and like looks in your face and it's like, "I like you."
I don't know you, but you seem nice. Hey, where's the nearest inn?
People around here call me Rascal. If you're looking for an inn, go up this bridge up into the trees. Go about one tree over, and you'll see an inn that we have for visitors and tourists called the Canopy. You can get an inn there.
Right. Thanks. Hey, are you famous or something? Why do I feel like I recognize that name?
No, I don't think I'm famous.
Right.
I'm just a hunter around here and just, coming out scouting reports of dangers to the town and reporting back now.
So what sort of dangers are in the area?
Well, we got a report that old Betsy was walking around again. I was making sure that she wasn't too close to the town. Keep her from rampaging.
But how would you know once you found her?
She does tend to leave very large footprints.
Isn't
Right,
that-
footprints. I guess that's
That's
one
the
way.
cloaking T-Rex, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I was to say, it's not a T-Rex.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's one of them. Why?
Oh, we heard about her, but like the whole invisible thing. I didn't think about footprints. I'm not a hunter or a tracker. That's not my thing, so didn't occur to me.
Well, if you're ever in the mood for your own dinosaur or anything, continue on down this path. There's a small pen area. Talk to Richie down there. He can set you up.
I'm sorry. Are you insinuating we can buy a dinosaur?
Oh, there's no
Right, what?
insinuation that it's a fact. Richie sells
I'm
dinosaurs.
pretty sure that's what was said, yes.
Why are we still talking to this guy? We should be going.
A dinosaur sounds really cool.
Why do we want to buy a dinosaur?
Hear me out. Hear me out. Dinosaur mounted coffin base.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Just a cool way to get around. I mean, how many people show up riding dinosaurs?
Well, I mean, from the sounds of it, around here probably like everybody.
Yeah, but they're not always around here.
True. Hey, thanks for the information. I'm Charon, by the way. We'll probably be staying at the inn for a while. If you need us for anything, I don't know why you would, but
Yeah,
yeah, we're there.
Same here. If I'm not out keeping Betsy away or hunting, I'm in town.
Oh, thanks. Maybe be a little more careful when you're walking next time.
He kind of just smirks at you and sort of just gives you a playful jab in the arm. I'll do that.
I would jab him back, but I don't want to make myself look bad with my -1 strength.
He stands up, and his full height, he's probably about a good 9 feet tall. As he just starts lumbering up the bridge on to the landing to the first tree.
Right, so head to the inn, get a meal, then pick up some dinosaurs. Hey, is it just me? Anybody else feel like they recognize his name?
Does sound very familiar. But
Just
I'm
get
too
some.
distracted by all the people back at the hut to think about it.
Yeah, it's I feel like I've heard it, just in passing somewhere. I don't know.
Have I mentioned that name before?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, you're fucking
Nope.
with me then. I gotcha.
Well,
There was another
I'm-
name that started with an R that the hag mentioned,
Yeah.
but it wasn't Rascal.
that's why I got hung up on it initially.
Oh.
But
And we're just
as
playing
I
it.
was in the
The
midst
hag-
of going, I've heard your name before. I was like, wait a minute, no, that was a different name.
No, the hag mentioned somebody by the name of Ramses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sat here from. I'm like, have I mentioned a rascal before?
No, I just confused myself with it. That's all.
I also haven't put together why Ramsey sounds familiar.
So I
Well,
guess
one of
we
these days.
head to the inn.
And as you begin to walk up this bridge onto the platform surrounding the first tree, you begin to see a very broad demographic of lizard people, kobolds, elves, and dragonborn, seemingly making up the majority of the populace here.
I blend in, sort of.
I feel short.
It's because you are short.
I don't belong here.
Concerned dwarf noise is being the tree.
Right.
This is up, not down. I disagree with all of this.
Right.
Oh geez. You were talking about the trees. I just realized one of my character flaws is that I have acrophobia.
Uh-oh.
Is this going to be a problem?
What's acrophobia?
Fear of heights?
Only if you look down.
Well, the worst of it is I just about got thrown off an abandoned forest tower as a child. By a bunch of
You're
ogres.
probably recalling some bad memories then, because as you're, going up to it, the wooden platforms around the trees and everything, you're probably having some like traumatizing flashbacks at the moment.
Okay, so Alora feels just absolute crap right now. She's guilty and she's feeling kind of a little nauseous with the height and everything, and it's not pretty.
Just think about all the amazing food we're probably going to have as soon as we get to the inn.
Feel better once you're indoors.
We're still going to be up high, so
Yeah, but you
Just
won't
don't
be able
look
to
down.
tell.
It'll be fine.
We'll sit in a corner somewhere that doesn't have windows, so you can't see outside.
oh, okay.
So you make your way through like the first platform across the rope bridge that spans from one tree to another, and you find a large building built into the tree itself with a very bright sign that says the Canopy on it. And there's just a very welcoming feel to it, as you can hear the ambiance from inside. Everybody seems to be having a good time, and freshly cooked meals begin to like permeate from the entrance of this tavern, much to probably everyone's delight.
I feel like it's been forever since we had real food.
It does feel like it's been a long time.
I mean, they were just kind of magically making us feel like we had our rest. Not the same as eating.
Do any of you wear a cloak?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Alora probably, as we got to the part where we're going across the bridge, she's probably grabbed a hold of Snow's cloak and is hanging on for like you're crossing the bridgey part.
You know, I thought if you want, you could get a piggyback, because when cats fall, they always land on their feet. That way, you wouldn't get hurt.
Depends on the color of the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want some kind of athletics or acrobatics to see if I can successfully get up?
No, it's easy enough.
Snow will
Okay.
squat down and you can climb up.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, she'll definitely do that.
So, should we get rooms first or get a meal first?
Food.
I think food's a good idea.
Food.
Food,
Yeah,
then maybe sleep. 'Cause
definitely
maybe we'll just
food.
feel better in the morning and think a little better.
Food.
Food, meat.
Meat. This is the campaign.
Oh look, where's the dragon? Yell, meet us.
Not here today, sadly enough.
Stepping into the inn here, I'll just kind of take note of whether we find our own seats or we are seated. But we'll look for somewhere where there isn't an immediate view of outside and down, just so Alora's a little bit more comfortable.
And as you walk in, a very bright red kobold kind of just like waves at you from behind the bar, and he's like, welcome to the Canopy. Find any place you could sit.
Okay, thank you. You are very vibrant, by the way.
I know, right? It's like I almost glow. I was born like this. I don't know what's going on here.
I think it's quite dashing.
Can't lose me in a crowd, that's for sure.
That's true.
And like he like leans over and he like puts his hand to his mouth. He's like, "Hey, Marble, we got another one." And as he says that, a very vibrantly blue kobold comes out of the back room, you know, wearing an apron, and she sort of runs over to the group. She's like, "Oh, new faces today. We don't get many of you this time of year. Yeah, welcome. Fine. Take a seat. Is there anything I can get you all started with? Drinks, appetizers?"
Certainly drinks all around, I think.
Yes.
Just
Let's
ask-
bring out some appetizers as well because the little one is very hungry.
I can certainly do that. First off, is anybody allergic to alcohol?
There's people that are allergic to alcohol?
Yes, it's something we're required to ask. Somebody had an episode in the in our establishment last year, and they almost died. So Sheriff Burns asks us to ask just in case, so we don't have another one of these incidents.
No, I think we're all good. I'm pretty sure I've seen all of us drink before.
Perfect. Mead good with everybody, or is there any sort of specialty you want?
Do you have any wines? The older, the better.
We have a vast assortment of wines, yes. We actually, we just got a crate of wine from our last wreckage pull. Been happy to open one of those for you.
Sounds wonderful.
Anyone else?
I'm fine with mead.
Mead?
I'm good with that. Actually, no, the wine sounds good.
You two gonna be sharing a bottle, or do you want one of each?
Let's start with one and we can go from there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, take your seats. I'll bring out like just an assortment of like little finger foods and everything, and your drinks, and then go ahead and take a look at the menus. Specials today is we have a lobster chowder in a sourdough bread bowl, and then we have our own homemade chili as well. Those are the two specials today, but there's a assortment of foods and whatnot you can get here.
Thank you.
She quickly scampers off into the back.
Where did they get the lobster from?
I was just wondering that myself, but you know, I do love me some seafood.
Maybe they have a tank and they just, maintain them like livestock.
The red kobold here, he's like, "No, we just get them down from the shore. What do you?"
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not from around here. We're not all
Oh,
that familiar with the area.
we're not too far from the shoreline, so it's about probably about a 5-mile trek. But we are a town of scavengers and scrappers and fishermen.
I think we should have asked for a map when we left our host's house.
Oh, a map. I
That
have one of
requires
those.
the DM to draw one.
And I do actually have a map. It's in my inventory. I don't remember who gave it to me.
We
but
got
it's
a
in
map
a
from
scroll
Snog.
case. So I pull out the
Yeah.
map and oh yeah, we are close to the water.
Yeah, so
Look at
like
that.
as you look at the map, you're like in the upper like northeastern region of the island, and from where you had left the mountainside down into the arena, that trek to the hag's hut, and then the fork in the road that leads you down here, there is definitely a coastline about 5 miles from where you're at.
And while I have the map out, I do also pull out a quill and note the places we've been, where the arena was, where the hag's hut was, all that stuff.
I promise I will have a map sometime soon.
I have a very important question for you, Odin.
Yes. There's no
Is
dreadnought.
there... Damn it! He read my mind. Is there a dreadnought moored at the coast? I will find this damn thing if it kills me.
So you all sit down, and the menus themselves, it's a wide assortment of food that you can order from. It's a lot of meats, a lot of fish, but there are definitely fruits and vegetables as well.
I feel like since Shrapnel is not here right now, there's only but one thing I can truly say looking at the menu, and it is meat.
Marble comes out, and she's got like a tray of drinks, and she hands those of you who wanted mead the mead, and she hands each person their bottle. So Callie and Charon, you both have a bottle of sealed wine. She's like, I'll be right out with your appetizers, but before I go, does anybody have time to decide what they want? Dog wants
I would
pets.
love some of that lobster chowder.
That is heartbreaking. Lobster chowder? Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, don't feel rushed if you don't know. I can come back with the appetizers, give you more time to look.
The chocolate sounds good too, but then definitely want those appetizers.
You're bringing lots of appetizers?
Yeah, and bring in an assortment, the what we call the sampler.
Okay. Well then, for starters, besides that, I would like the chowder and the chili.
Chowder and the chili. Gotcha.
Yes.
Chili's a bit spicy. Is that okay?
Sure. Maybe a loaf of bread with that?
I could do that. She like looks at everyone else, seeing if anybody else has like an order at this time.
So Grim has the menu, you know, like hiding his face because he's reading it like really up close. You can see his beard kind of like, so it's like the menu with the beard just sticking out from under it, right? And you can see the beard is almost shaking with anticipation. And he kind of puts down the menu, looks the kobold dead in the eyes, and just says, meat.
And she just like nods knowingly. Like you're not the only person that just come in and said meat.
Love it.
And she gives Snow and Callie, or Snow orders. She gives Callie like a moment.
Because my brain is latched onto the idea. Are there fried foods on this list?
Of course.
Callie requires fried crab cakes. Vast quantity.
Vast quantity of crab cakes. Gotcha.
Just sitting there like, please, it's all I need.
She nods and she hurries back, and she comes back out with the sampler platter, and it's got like various like cuts of meat and fruits and vegetables and various types of breads and spreads that you could put on top of the breads. Just a sort of like charcuterie board just brought out to all of you. And she runs back in to take care of everyone's order. While you're sitting there, something catches your eye, Charon, as the bottle of wine that you're holding is a rather expensive vintage. Like this is like something you would see in a aristocrat's wine room. And what catches your eye is on the side of it, there is like a faded imprint of the Rivaan Trading Company seal on it.
That's interesting. Hey, they said they got these bottles of wine from a wreck, right? They scavenged them?
Correct.
That is what they said.
Hmm.
So why?
Well, I mean, if this seal is any indication, it probably came from one of my family's ships.
Interesting. Can I see the bottle?
Yeah, here you go.
Can I do like an investigation to see if I can tell if it's been like underwater for a while? Like signs of.
You can either give me an investigation roll or a nature roll.
I'll do investigation. For 26.
26. The bottle itself seems to still be in a decent condition, though from the sight of the seal, it doesn't look like it was it's faded due to waterlogging. It's as if somebody had removed it and this is just the remnants.
John, it looks like someone's removed the seal. I don't know if this is the original content of this bottle.
Oh, not the seal. Not the seal at the top.
Oh.
There, just like a little trading seal on
Oh.
the bottle itself.
Oh.
So, somebody wanted to maybe remove evidence that it came from trading company, or
Does
like
it look like the seal's been like removed from this bottle, or like it got transferred from another bottle to this one?
It looks like the seal has been professionally removed from the bottle.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to hide where it came from. I don't see any sign of water damage to this thing, though.
do you think somebody stole it and tried to hide the evidence?
That's kind of what it looks like. It should still be good wine, though.
Pirates, water. That's right.
That's
Pirates do run rampant in the Tricorns,
Well, see, that's the thing.
but most of them are.
Not while Dad is out there. He doesn't let those people get away.
Well,
So he must
Seems
not
like-
have known about this.
this one hit the tracks well enough. Well, I guess they weren't counting on you seeing it.
I'm gonna have to tell him about this, and I'm gonna have to learn more about this.
As you say that, Marble comes out with like your trays of food and starts handing them. She's like, "Ask about what?"
You said this wine was scavenged, right?
Yeah, latest shipment.
Are you allowed to share with me where from or who specifically scavenged it?
Well, you're gonna have to talk to the scavers. It's a guild of scavengers who go out into the water and, well, of course, scavenge thing. It's a very unoriginal name, I know. But yeah, you can talk to them and they can maybe share the information with you. Usually any foodstuffs that come in, like wine or anything of that sort, they give to us, after they take their cut, of course. But we got probably about like 2 or 3 cases of this in the back.
Oh, interesting. Would I maybe be able to just take a quick look at those?
Why? Is something up?
No. It's just I recognize the label on this wine. It's familiar to me, and but
the Rivaan company.
Oh, you know.
Well, yeah, everybody knows about the Rivaan Trading Company.
Right, of course. I mean, like, it looks like the seal has been tampered with.
Oh,
is that normal?
Yeah, before we sell anything, the scavers take off any sort of identifiable seals or anything like that. Rules of the sea, wreckage is everyone's free game.
Right, of course. Sorry. I don't get out on the water very much. I'm not familiar with the rules.
Neither do I. I'm absolutely terrified of it.
That's probably for the best. There's some scary things in there, I've heard.
Yeah, we got a scary thing that, travels the water around, around the shoreline. Well, not around the shoreline, but the water's outside of the shoreline from where we're at.
Oh, yeah?
Scavers try to keep away from her.
What is it?
What is it?
It's a giant turtle.
Oh,
That sounds interesting.
Giant turtle.
indeed.
Everyone here calls her the toll guard. She tends to try to levy a toll against any ships passing through this area. And then anything that, anyone who doesn't pay her toll, she sinks.
Oh.
Which is why the scavers have such a, amazing business.
See?
Interesting.
Very interesting. I'll have to ask the scavers more about this giant turtle. It sounds like an interesting story, and also something I want to stay very far away from.
As long as you, mind your manners and pay her fee and don't try to find her hoard, tends to leave everyone alone.
Hoard, you say?
Mm-hmm. She tends to take what she wants from the ships, and then the scavers, like vultures, come in and take the rest.
Interesting. Is there any stories about, like, where she lives?
I mean, I've only heard passing rumors, because again, I stay away from the water.
Right.
Though, if you're really, really, really interested, go ahead and, like Scavers Guild, 3 trees down. It's got to cross the big gap to the other side, go down 3 trees. Can't miss a Scavers Guild. Talk to Captain Buckbeak. He'll give you the rundown as to what the toll guard is.
Gotcha. Thank you. It's very, very interesting.
And as she's saying that, she's passing everybody their food. As well, if you need anything, you can holler for me. Again, my name's Marble. If you need my brother, that's Jack. Yeah. Welcome to the canopy.
Thank you.
And she just leaves you all to your meal and to your thoughts about wreckage and stolen Rivaan property and apparently a dragon turtle.
Yeah, you can see Grim has a bit of a glint in his eyes as he looks at the others and he says, dragon turtle, huh?
We have to deal with one problem at a time. The
What
problem.
treasure?
Hoard. Perhaps a future endeavor.
Fine.
A near future endeavor.
I wonder if we
Very
can feed
near
fast onto
future.
this
Like
dragon
tomorrow.
turtle.
The greedy fuckers, I hate it.
Do you though?
No, I love it. Well, I don't know about you guys, but after a big meal, big sleep. And
But we haven't had dessert yet.
oh, I'll find myself dessert, all right. I'd like him to well, you know it's what time of the day it is, Rojan. I'd like him to look around for anybody he could persuade to come along with him to his room. if there is anyone here.
Let's make it a perception check. See if there is anybody in the tavern that catches the beard's attention.
Very good. You said perception, correct?
Perception.
All right, let's see it. Well, that's a nat 20 for a... What's my perception bonus here? Wisdom? Can we do this? Roll 20? There we go. Perception is a +4. So that's a 24.
All right. So you scan around, your eyes instantly like go to this like aquatic blue dragonborn. And you all see Grim hop up and like walk over. They exchange pleasantries. And then Grim, you realize that you don't have a room.
That won't be hard to fix. We're gonna go straight to the whatchamacallit, to the innkeeper, and yeah, see what about acquiring a room.
Jack sees you walking towards you, and he's got a smile on his face. Like, you enjoy your meal?
Yes, about to enjoy desserts too, but I need a room for that.
Ah, right. How long will you be staying with us?
How much are you charging?
Well, are you in town for only a day, or are you going to be a little extended? I can...
Probably closer to a week.
A week? Oh, a week be a silver for the room. Meal's going to be 4 gold.
We'll give him the 5 gold. Keep the change. Put the gold to 199. There we go.
He takes it and he drops it into like a small bag behind the counter, and he reaches and grabs you a key. He's like, just go upstairs, down first hallway. Here you are. And he arches his head over the table. 105.
Thank you so much.
And you all see Grim and the Dragonborn excuse themselves upstairs.
Yep.
Well, somebody's gonna have a nice night at least.
Yes, we're about to ride the dragon. I mean, what?
I, on the other hand, am now really missing home after talking about the sea and having this lovely seafood. Makes me miss the ship.
Sorry. Didn't spend much time on the ships back home for myself, but I know the people who did really enjoyed it. So it was much easier to sleep while all the rocking was happening.
Yeah, it's something that you get used to after a while, and then, spend long enough in it, and you miss it when you don't have it. Ours wasn't a big ship, but she was the best ship. She was the flagship.
Did you spend a long time on the ship?
Pretty much my whole life. I mean, I got off when we were in port, usually, but, home was the ship. She was a beauty.
I bet you really miss it now. Especially knowing the sea's not too far away.
Yeah, I feel kind of lost not being on it, Like, it wasn't just home, it was also our mode of transportation. It provided for us. It was certainly entertainment, that's for sure.
I can kind of understand where you're coming from when they had to leave home for the first time. Because mandatory military service and all. It was hard to get used to sleeping in the barracks with everyone else during training.
And you never thought about, like, joining the Navy side of things? You never wanted to be on ships all that much yourself, or?
They said I was not well suited to it.
don't have those sea legs.
More that I was more useful studying books and codes and maps.
You can
and
study stuff on a ship. It just kind of, slides across the table back and forth sometimes, depending how rough the sea is.
They would have wanted the navigators on the ship and the people who would actually, fight on the ship for the Navy, then those of us who just did the research.
I suppose that makes sense.
They are now paying me to travel, so I got the government grant to travel and study creatures, so.
Right. And I don't recall, did you ever, like, directly meet Auntie Avara? Or...
I mean, I saw her, but no, I was never at a high enough rank to meet her directly.
is that something that you're, like, aspiring to do? Or are you, like, done with the military?
I mean, I left the military when I started traveling. They won't let you stay in the military and travel to foreign countries at the same time to go study animals.
Oh.
They don't really go together.
No, I guess not unless you're, like, invading or something, right?
Right.
I don't really know. Maybe I shouldn't be saying too much family stuff out loud, but, like, is Auntie Avara this... The stories I've heard make her seem, like, omniscient, almost. Like, she always knows what's going on. She always knows what people are talking about, what they're doing. Is that true? Is she that type of person? Or
I mean,
is that just a fantasy?
She certainly knows a lot. I mean, she did save the whole Tricorn. And the reason we can come out and interact with anywhere else is due to her. We had the fog cloud, some sort of storm that kept us isolated.
Right, and I know about the fog cloud. I don't know the story of how she saved the Tricorn. I've asked Dad about it, but he just, like, scoffs at me every time I bring it up.
Like, there was some sort of, it's not very clear, but there's some sort of, you see how these stories get. You don't know exactly which one's the truth as they get told around, because
Yeah.
everyone likes to tell the story. But there was some sort of creature that was under the sea that was causing havoc, and towns were destroyed, and there's this group of people that are going around seemingly doing its bidding, because everywhere they went, the town got destroyed.
They sound like awful people.
They must have been. I mean, we have each island had a major city, and almost every major city was destroyed by them before Avara stepped in.
Halfling Wizard Production, thank you for that raid.
Destroyed the entity that they were serving.
And saved everyone and brought order back to the Tricorn. I don't know why
Yes.
Dad says she's such a terrible person. She sounds great.
I mean, she saved us. I was a little worried when you told me that your dad says she's horrible. Maybe there's a sibling rivalry thing going.
Yeah, maybe.
That happens. I mean, I don't do that with my twin, but maybe it's because we're twins and not siblings.
Oh,
Although-
no. Auntie Avara and Dad are twins.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
But maybe they're just... When we do get kind of competitive sometimes, so maybe it's just a competition thing that's gotten blown out of proportion.
Are you identical twins with yours, or...
No, we don't look exactly the same. We're similar,
Okay.
though.
Yeah, that's how Auntie Avara and Dad are, too. They're not identical, but they were born at the same time, so it's... I don't know why they butt heads so much.
Maybe it's just competitiveness.
Could be.
Over the years, developed into something. You know how some people can be sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. They have had a lot of years to be competitive.
Yeah. You start as a minor competitiveness, and then, one thing gets misconstrued after another, and suddenly it's a full-blown argument, and if things never get resolved...
Yeah, yeah. And the
Goodness knows
argument
Esther.
escalates, and the competitions escalate. Look how many towns I've destroyed. Look how many boats I've sunk. Look how it gets out of hand.
I mean, now she's claiming to be the leader of the Tricorns, and maybe that's just to try to show her brother that she's someone too. You see, her dad sounds like a real important person, so maybe she just wants to feel important.
Or maybe he's jealous of her.
Could be that too. It's really hard to say.
Yeah. Because he doesn't like admit it, but I can tell he like really, really likes the tricorn a lot. So maybe he's like jealous that it's not his, you know?
Maybe. I mean, he kind of is the reason she could save us, because the Rivaan company was the only one that could come in through the storm. They figured out how to
Yeah.
come in. So
Yeah.
he technically has a part of it. Maybe he's upset he doesn't have credit.
Maybe.
That his part of it was just kind of brushed away, and all the credit went to her.
That could be it.
I hope that they can make up. It's very sad the fight with the twins for a long time.
Yeah. I would love to see them at least in the same room together, at least once. Again, every time I try and bring it up, he either scoffs or he gets angry or tells me to go away or why are you bothering me? Stop talking to me. I'm trying to work.
That doesn't sound like normal reactions to meeting up with family.
He's just really busy all the time. He's always doing stuff.
But he's your dad. He shouldn't be too busy for you. Did you guys have like family meals together where you sat down and ate and talked about your day? Kind of like we're doing now, the group.
We ate at the same table sometimes, quietly.
You never asked about your day?
Not really. But I mean, you know, most of our days were spent on the same ship together, so
Fair.
not a whole lot happens that whole crew doesn't know about.
I mean, that's fair. And maybe he's more of the step in if you needed help type of person. I've heard some parents that are like that. I'm sure he also tucked you into bed and read you bedtime stories when you were little. No parents ever too busy for that.
Sort of. I mean, he would invade my dreams sometimes. That's kind of like bedtime stories, right?
He would invade your...
Yeah. So he could like go into people's dreams and either, you know, just like talk to them or like manipulate them and stuff like that. He did a lot of his business in dreams. Great way to have people not spy on your business is, you know, do it that way, he said.
Well, that sounds like maybe that was your family time then. Maybe it's because he was busy and he didn't want to wake you up, so he'd come into your dream to talk to you?
That's kind of how I see it, yeah. Like
As you're having this conversation, a small bird comes and lands on Snow's shoulder and drops a missive into her hand before flying off.
Do I recognize the bird?
You recognize not the bird, but the type of paper that has arrived, as it's communication from your brother.
So Snow will smile as she picks up the paper. Speak of family, I finally got a letter back from my brother.
Oh,
Write him periodically.
well, read it. What does it say? Not that I'm asking you to share private family stuff, but, you know, don't want to leave a letter unread.
Yeah, so Snow will open it up and take a quick glance at it.
It's very short, but it says the Queen Admiral never fails to impress. We've caught a lich.
So she'll smile and she'll roll the thing back up and tuck it into her bag and be like, "Seems like he is doing well. He's at home with our parents at their inn."
Oh, that's good. That's good news.
Glad he made it back. And when he left, he left the military same time I did because we're twins, and he had to travel back home when I started traveling here. And it sounds like he's made it home and he's starting to settle back in.
Well, that's good.
I have to respond to him later tonight and send him a note back.
Yeah. Does he live in the Tricorn then, I assume?
Yes. Yes.
Maybe we can go see him sometime together.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. After
If
all
you wanted to
this.
see your aunt was there in the Tricorn, maybe you could arrange to see her, since she should be around somewhere.
True, yeah. Maybe you could make the introduction for me.
I don't know her personally, but I can. Maybe we have enough connections from our time in the service of people who stayed in the service. Maybe we can connect that way.
Yeah.
I can try. Can't hurt to
Yeah.
ask.
That'd be fun. So, what does your brother do now?
It sounds like he's helping out at my family's inn. My dad likes to brew his own beer, and my mother runs the inn, and the tavern. It was kind of a lifelong dream.
Well, that seems safe.
Safe, yes. Always lots to do, though.
True. These inns seem quite busy at all times.
They are. But I think I'm going to head to bed. And Snow's probably just kind of pushed most of the food around on her plate, maybe eaten like a fraction of it.
Okay.
Because she still feels guilty that she's eating, and all those poor souls are still trapped back in that hut.
Laura, now, if anybody happens to look over that way, is on her 5th dessert, and she's managed to flag down Marble,
Mhm.
was it? And get desserts. But when Charon starts talking about his father being in his dreams, she perks right up. She's very much focused on that particular conversation. But she may or may not have been noticed. Like the others may not have noticed that extreme interest. Want
Well,
rolls?
with my passive perceptions and other senses, I'm sure I did pick up on that. With a passive 16 in both perception and insight.
I mean, if Alora isn't necessarily trying to hide it, yeah, you would definitely pick up on her interest when you start speaking of your father entering your dreams.
You seem intrigued, Alora. Something going on?
Oh, the dream thing, yeah. Very interesting. I've had some experience with something.
You're familiar with that type of magic then, as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought you might be.
not
I see
really
some.
magic. It's more of a part of dream druid.
Yeah, I see some similarities in what you can do and what Dad can do. He I think used to be someone similar to you. He's not a druid, at least not anymore. But he can access the same kind of magic that you do. I picked up on it immediately the first time I saw you bring down that beautiful beam of moonlight. I have begged him my whole life to teach me how to do that. He always says no.
Well, it takes practice.
Yeah, he usually says it takes a type of discipline that I don't have.
That's very, very true. Have you tried this kind of dessert? They're all delicious. It's got like probably one of half theirs.
It looks wonderful. I'm not one. I'm not much for sweets myself, but it looks good. So have you walked in dreams yourself before?
Question. The circle cuts in well before a level 7. So,
What's up?
oh, I'm just looking Circle of Dreams Druid at what level I can actually start walking into dreams or interacting.
I think it would probably be around the time that you start getting access to 5th level spells.
Walker in Dreams is a 14th level class ability.
Yeah, and the dream spell itself is a 5th level spell.
Mm-hmm. When you finish a short
Yeah.
rest, you can cast one of the following spells without expending a spell slot or requiring material components. Dream, with you as the messenger, scrying, or teleportation circle.
Well, actually, no, I'm not quite experienced. Soon.
Yeah, you definitely seem like you're on that path. I don't know a whole lot about it, just what I've learned from Dad, but yeah, you're definitely on that path. You'll get there.
Well, I think part of it is just sort of, where I grew up too, the other beings I interact. A lot of faith.
What
An easy path to follow.
what sort of upbringing, I guess, is the word, did you have? Because I find it really curious that you and Dad can do the same kinds of magic, but you seem like vastly different people.
Well, I'm actually from Twin Vales, and my dad was um he was part of the alchemist guild there, and my mom was an alchemist too, and she was a druid, and so I worked sort of on plants, and then uh kind of went from there. And there are a lot of druids like me in that area, and it kind of the veil's kind of thin there between this plane and the Fae, and so there's a fair bit of interaction. You know, when you're little, the Fae love to play, and so I played with them a lot.
Curious.
They
I'm
they
not.
they, they really like tricks.
I've
Sometimes they
heard.
can
I've
be kind of
heard that they
mean, but
do.
you know, you get you get better at playing tricks back.
I'm having a hard time putting myself in your shoes to imagine that scenario. Your life seems like a storybook to me.
It's
And I
very,
mean
very
that as
pretty there.
a compliment, of
It's
course.
it's pretty there for sure. It's very idyllic almost, which is why my parents thought I should get out more, realize that everything, so that there's more than just that beautiful spot and the trees.
It is good to
I miss the
broaden your
trees. Like,
horizon.
you know how you miss the, we're saying you miss the sea? Well, I kind of miss the trees, like, in that forest. I miss that forest a lot. The trees are nice here. I just don't like being up, but they're nice. I just won't think about it.
Yeah, just don't think about it too hard. It's strange to me that you have such an affinity for trees, but don't have an affinity for heights. I mean, usually the two kind of go hand in hand, don't they?
Well, there was this sort of very very bad thing about him. Well, kind of sort of did happen, but I kind of sort of got rescued too. I don't want to bore you, but
I'm happy to hear the tale.
well, I was playing in the forest, and parents always said, don't play in the forest by yourself, pay attention. And I just wandered off playing with the fae, and we were running around, and then all of a sudden there were these ogres, and they grabbed me, and they dragged me up this really, really, really tall tower, and they were going to throw me off. It was very scary. They had me hanging over the edge for the longest time, just to hear me screaming. And the fae weren't helping. Nobody was there saving me. And then all of a sudden, this adventurer kind of person just appeared, and out of sort of like nowhere, and rescued me. And so, but I really am always real fond of ogres.
Okay, your upbringing sounds a little less like a storybook now to me, and more kind of like a story with a side of nightmares. Being hung upside down by ogres at the top of a. No, thank you. I'll pass.
Yeah, but I've heard of horrible things happening to people on ships
Oh yeah,
and
horrible things
overboard,
do.
and I mean, like, I guess there's dangers everywhere.
I once
So,
saw a ship get swallowed whole by a massive shark.
no.
Yeah, it was way out in the middle of the ocean somewhere. Nobody around to help them. Well, except for us, but
Well, how did you
we
see
didn't
it?
help them.
Why didn't you help?
We were on a trade route. We were busy.
Oh, but that's just sort of like today, like those poor people, and how horrible that is, and we're so upset about that, and there was a whole ship, and you didn't help.
Yeah, but we're in a position to help the people at the Hag's Hut. We weren't in a position to help the people on the ship, you see, because we didn't want to.
Didn't your ship have cannons?
Oh yeah. Yeah, she
Well,
does.
then I don't understand why you wouldn't want to do something then, and we want to do something now.
I mean, the shark already ate them. What were we gonna do? I mean, we did see the shark coming. We could have warned them, but we were going in the opposite direction.
Alora just looks totally confused. And she looks over. Is Snow still there?
I think Snow went to bed.
Yeah, Snow went to bed.
What about Callistra? Is Callistra still there?
Yeah, what has Callistra been doing this whole time this conversation's been going on?
Well, I know you're referring to me. It's the wrong character.
Yes.
No, just a minute. It's Callistra is
No,
your character's
No,
name.
it's not.
No,
No, it's
it's
not.
a Callie, but it's not Callista.
You can try again, but that's okay.
Callista.
There you go.
Too many letters.
I do believe we had a Callistra, though, in a different campaign.
We have.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
not crazy.
That was a horse. It was a centaur, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I feel better now that I know I'm not absolutely losing it.
No, I just looked over quickly and
No, she would have. I mean, food's done. That's the end of it. I'm sorry.
So she like just like pieced out to her own room.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm
She
done
roamed
my
out.
food. Thanks.
Alright, so I will say anybody who's piecing out to the room, the room price for the week is a silver. And I'm just gonna say, just like combined total wise, it's probably gonna be like 20 gold for the meal.
I'll pay for the meal.
Okay.
I had already paid for my part though. If don't, yeah.
Yeah, that's excluding your part.
Okay, perfect. Just making sure we're not double paying here.
So 1 gold apiece for the week for the room. Then that's what you're saying.
Silver, 1 silver.
One silver. Oh, okay, that's cheap. Are they good rooms? I don't know.
Well, they're decent.
Don't be the stereotype.
Okay, and Charon is buying supper.
So it's pretty much just the two of you at the table at the moment.
Okay. Well, I think she's going to flag down Marble and ask if she can have 1 dessert take with her room, and see about it.
Okay. So I think unless anybody has anything else to do the people who haven't gone to bed, if there's anything you need to do, I think we can end here with everybody catching some sleep in their rooms. Finally,
We'll
yeah.
venture.
what's that?
Snow will venture out at some point just to drop a letter off at the front desk to go back to her brother. Just kind of details what she's been up to, and then asks him how his most recent hunt has been.
Okay.
She knows he likes to do some hunting.
Alrighty. But yeah, so we're not going to leave on a cliffhanger this time. It's everybody just gets to actually sleep in a real bed for once.
Oh my god.
Maybe that's the cliffhanger. Comfort.
What's gonna happen for once?
Whether or
you
not we're
sleep in
going
a
to get
bed?
out of this depressive circle.
I mean, this is true. You guys are going to have to make rolls when we start next week. Or in,
Look, the last
in
time
2 weeks.
The last time we went to bed in a decent way and everything, freaking weird face creatures came out of the coffin and
This is
tried to
true.
eat everybody. So
This
you
is
know,
true. You got the counterfeit bags of holding, and then weird stuff
Yep.
happened.
yeah.
But yeah, that's going to do it for us tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning on in. If this is your first time here, this is not the only show that we do. Coming up this Saturday, starting at noon Pacific time, we've got the Downfall of Propriety, which is our Bridgerton-inspired mini-adventure that is run by Malls. Later on the night, at 8 p.m., we've got another episode of the City of Redemption, which is our Daggerheart game. Coming up on Monday, we got another episode of Destiny Forged, which is the longest running show here on the channel, currently in its 4th campaign, which is run by myself. Tuesday, I believe, Tilt, correct me if I'm wrong, is Star Wars Tales of the Elder Rim, which is a Star Wars game run by Tilt.
Yep, it was supposed to be this week again. I still have to check with everybody if they want to run next week or if we're gonna just run in 2 weeks like we're supposed to.
Gotcha. Coming up next Thursday will be our alternating show here on the channel, which is Mass Effect Horizons, which is a Mass Effect 5th Edition mod that is run by Zorro. And then you have us here on alternate Thursdays with Tricorn Isles. But for now, we are going to go ahead and head on off. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning on in, and we will see you later.
Night.